Welcome to the first and only SaaS Talk Show featured on LinkedIn. This is the Startup Edition where I cover founders and entrepreneurs making an impact in this world. Today, I will be interviewing Shannon Williams, co-founder at Rancher Labs, the industry's most widely adopted enterprise Kubernetes management platform. If you're watching this show for the first time, check out our LinkedIn company page to access more episodes. And I will leave a link to SaaS Growth Ventures in the comments below. The open source software movement has created some amazing and widely used technologies. This includes operating systems like Linux, web browsers like Firefox, and many others. Open source programs are all created through free and public collaboration. And with over 30 million developers from around the world contributing solutions, the level of collaboration is truly inspiring. In 2022, the open source software market is expected to see incredible growth. We're talking about a whopping $30 billion industry. With that kind of growth, it's safe to say that open source software is no longer a fringe idea. It offers flexibility in a problem solving and increased security. Organizations can rapidly create, test, launch, and scale. It has created a truly new cycle of technology and business innovation that will keep market evolving. With us today is Shannon Williams, the co-founder and president and CRO at Rancher Labs. Rancher Labs has become an industry leader with its enterprise software for operating container systems. Shannon raised an amazing $95 million at Rancher Labs before it was acquired early this year by SUSE. Shannon has extensive history in technology startups, and he is a global speaker on the impact of open source software, cloud computing, and entrepreneurship. It's great to have you here, Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me today, Artem. It's great to be here. I'm really excited for the discussion.
Fantastic. So let's go right into the first question. Please take a moment to introduce yourself and tell us about your superpower.
Well, to introduce myself, as you said, I've been a multi-time founder here in the Silicon Valley, always really building software companies that are focused on the infrastructure space. So, when it comes to a superpower, what I'm really proud of, it's certainly the ability to imagine what's possible and to have that curiosity kind of turn into reality. And so I always enjoy the journey of starting with really an idea, a problem statement, and then working through curiosity and a lot of long days and long nights to turn it into something quite real.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that introduction. So let's jump right into and start by discussing most important thing, revenue. What made Rancher Labs different from previous companies that you have built, especially when it comes to scaling revenue?
With Rancher, we didn't start we didn't invent containers or Kubernetes. We entered a market that was already emerging. It was 2014. The technology was still very new, but it wasn't well defined. And we were able to pretty quickly identify a gap around managing containers, managing Docker, managing Kubernetes that wasn't very well addressed. However, when we were coming around, there were also the early players in the market, very well-funded, strong companies like Docker themselves and Mesosphere. So we needed to find a way to quickly gain market share. And for us, that really opened our eyes to the potential of open source. We needed to get a product out to market quickly. And so open source allowed us to do that. And from there, it really became a critical part of our business strategy. We realized it would allow us a lot of bottoms-up growth and create really strong opportunities for revenue down the line.
Makes sense. So let's switch the gears to talk about the mindsets. Do you think that early stage founders and CEOs should have a mindset of abundance or a mindset of frugality when leveraging their investment money, and why?
I've always been a person who starts with a mindset of frugality, and I think that's a huge asset for startups. It forces